Florida is recognized for how much time are you giving him? 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. The gentleman
Thank
is
you, Madam
recognized.
Speaker. I want to thank the full committee chairwoman, Chairwoman Granger, and also the Speaker for bringing us to this point. Let me tell you, I'm proud of the state and foreign operations portion of the bill that we're dealing with today. And let's talk about what the bill actually. Let's take out a little bit of the noise and the rhetoric. Let's talk about what's in the bill. It includes a 6% reduction from fiscal year 23. And let's be clear, we're at a critical moment in our history. One of our most important allies is in time of its greatest need, and this bill answers the call. It is the strongest pro-Israel state and foreign operations bill that we have ever seen. So let's talk about facts. It provides $3.3 billion in FMF, foreign military financing for Israel. Almost as importantly is what is not funded in this bill. The bill prohibits funds to UNRWA, which has become, frankly, a de facto subsidiary of Hamas. The passage of this bill means not one additional dollar from American taxpayers will go fund this deeply flawed organization. But if we go to a CR, we're going to continue to fund it. The passage of this bill also prohibits funds for the anti-Semitic UN Commission of Inquiry against Israel. The passage of this bill means no funds can be used to delist the Iranian Revolutionary Guard as a terrorist organization or to implement that infamous nuclear agreement with Iran. And another top priority, Madam Speaker, is countering communist China. This bill includes $300 million foreign military financing for Taiwan, the first time ever in an appropriations bill that we have done that. The passage of this bill prohibits the use of foreign aid to repay Chinese debt. Also, another priority is strengthening our national security and supporting democracy around the world and defending human rights and human dignity. This bill increases funding to promote democracy and human rights in Cuba and establishes strict guidelines to ensure that the crucial funding supports the democratic opposition. Can I ask for another minute?
2 more minutes.
Again,
the gentleman is recognized for 2 more minutes.
So it helps the democratic opposition and not the terrorist regime's chosen businesses. We also stand strongly against human trafficking, and particularly human trafficking of doctors. This bill also supports those struggling for freedom in our hemisphere, the most repressive areas in our hemisphere, those anti-American dictatorships in Venezuela and Nicaragua. Failure to pass this bill, we lose provisions on the prohibition of funds for encouraging organizations facilitating or promoting migrant caravans to the United States. If this bill fails, and then those funding sources to, again, organizations that are promoting caravans of illegal folks in the United States will continue. That is factual. That's in this bill. If this legislation were not to pass, we lose the protection of free speech by limiting how funds can be used under the pretext of countering disinformation. If this legislation were not to pass, we would go back to current law. We would lose the restrictions that only U.S. flags may be flown or displayed over a facility of the State Department. Madam Speaker, this bill reduces spending. It reprioritizes funding towards our vital national security interests and carries crucial limitations and smart policy changes to rein in the Biden administration. And if this bill were to fail, we are giving carte blanche to the Biden bureaucracy. It is a dramatic improvement, Madam Speaker, from current law. Before I close, let me thank the staff for their hard work. And again, Madam Speaker, this is an important bill at a critical time when American leadership is sorely needed. We're not getting it from the White House. This bill goes a long way to reestablish American leadership. I yield back.
The gentleman yields.